Hi everybody, how's it going today? Thanks for watching another video. In the office here today with Ian and Eli. They got a couple of packs of Pokemon cards that they're opening up. That they conned me into buying here this afternoon. We ran some errands in Jamestown. We were looking at a bucket that we're having grapple put on. Gonna enter in our breeding information and calvings for the last couple days, and then make some lists for drying cows off tomorrow. It's Thursday today. Move cows from our far off dry cow pen to our close up pen today, and then tomorrow morning we'll be drying off cows, and then moving cows into the late lactation pen, and moving cows throughout all the pens essentially. Gonna make those lists here today, and then probably catch back up with you guys tomorrow morning when we're drying off cows, and then I'll explain a little bit more detail what we're doing and how we move cows when we're drying off cows, because then we're moving cows from our late lactation pen to our far off dry cow pen, and then mid lactation pen to late lactation pen, and then from a few of our high production pens into our mid production mid pens, etc. Eli, just a second. He's trying to put a puzzle together.
What's his name?
I'll tell you here in a second, Ian. I've got lists made, so we've got 20 cows going dry tomorrow, 18 that are normally going dry, and 2 that our herds guys gave me are low producers. And then I usually write down what the changes are going to be in the pens, because I'll give that to our feeder in the morning. And really the only big changes in pen 2, because there's 28 cows going from pen 2 to either pen 4 or pen 8, and I'll kind of explain how this works. So 20 are going out of pen 6, that's our late lactation pen. And then we've got 21 cows going from pen 5 and pen 8, so those cows from pen 8, those are first lactation. They don't go through our mid lactation pen. They're going to pen 6. And then we've got 17 cows from pen 4 and pen 8 that are going to pen 5, which is our mid lactation pen, and then 15 cows that are third lactation plus going to pen 4, 14 cows that are first and second lactation that are A2 tested are going to pen 8, because pen 8 is one of our A2 pens. And those are the movements for the day. Okay, is that all we have to do here tonight, Ian? Are we finished? Eli?
No, yeah.
Are you guys gonna clean up now?
No.
Before we go home?
No.
I usually just let them make a mess so that I can try to get some things done, and then I let them clean it up before we go home. Seems to be the easiest way to do it. It's the next morning here. I don't know if you could tell, but I've got kind of a sore throat. No cows in the parlor. It's a shift change right now. Eduardo, our night herdsman, he's sorting out the cows that are going dry today. He's got some of them sorted out already. They're gonna come to the parlor here in a second. They're gonna milk them one more time, and then put the dry tubes in the cows, and then move them across to our far off dry cow barn. This will be the last time in the parlor for these cows for about 45 to 52 days, depending on when they have their calf. Cows get 2 vaccines, Endovac and Scour Guard. And then we're getting milked one more time here.
And then I'll get these tubes inserted into the udder. So this is SpectraMass VC. Mainly what we use, we will use another product called Alba Dry sometimes on high somatic cell count cows or cows that are going to be dry for a long time. And then we also use a product called Lockout. This is a teat sealer. So this is going just into the teat. The SpectraMass is actually going into the udder.
Essentially, that's to prevent mastitis while the cow is in her dry period.
They paint the legs pink. But, they're going to another barn, but if one of these cows happen to get mixed into the rest of the milking cows, that our guys would know that this cow was just dried off and that she shouldn't be milked.
We have done selective dry cow therapy in the past where only certain cows get the dry tubes. Over 200 cell count is usually what we do. Not doing that at the moment. Kind of weather dependent. This time of year, with the temperature going up and down quite a bit, humidity in the air, higher chance for the cows to get mastitis. So using these dry tubes is a really effective way to prevent that, and pretty cost effective too. Just a good way to ensure that our cows are not picking up mastitis in their dry cow period, essentially.
We're just milking the cows out here, and then they'll go through and put the dry cow tubes in once the cows are all done milking.
Behind the parlor here now.
Once they're done with that whole line of cows there, cows will come down here, head down the line to the south barn, or the south side of this barn or these barns. They'll open that door and then they'll cross through a lane outside of the barns into our heifer barn. That's where our far off dry cow pen is.
The three guys at the end there that were putting the tubes in, those Victor, a friend, and Eduardo, three of our herds guys. They're responsible for all the herd health things on the farm, as far as breeding, preg checking, vaccinating, health care of the cows, difficult calvings. They're responsible for all those things, and this job they're doing here, the dry treatment before cows are going dry, it's one of the many things that we do on the farm to ensure that our milk quality is extremely high, and one of the many things that goes into
having a low incidence of mastitis amongst our cows and keeping our somatic cell count below 100 year round. They really do a good job. All three of them, actually all four of them. Carlos is our fourth herdsman. He's actually has the day off yesterday and today. They all four of them do an extremely good job with the health of our cows and also with the milk quality. It takes a team to keep things running smoothly around here. So the cows will come down here. I'll show you guys quickly. So the cows will come across through the door here, across to our heifer barn. As you can see, it's frozen now somewhat. There's a little layer of ice on top. We usually pile snow here and that all melts, but the drain on the north side of this barn is still froze up. So it takes a little bit for all this water to disappear here. It's almost like a lake. So we come across here and into the pen there where Victor is. So they'll be on a completely different ration here, essentially just a high forage ration, low energy. They'll be in this pen for about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, and then 3 weeks prior to calving, they'll move across to our calving barn, and then they'll change rations again in preparation for having a calf. The cows we move across to that calving barn 3 weeks prior to calving, and heifers 4 weeks, just to give them that extra week to adjust. And heifers tend to calve a little earlier than cows do as well. Rosario is here. He's going to start cleaning the pens here in the heifer barn. We always start with these bedded pack pens. These are cleaned once a day, and then he'll start on the heifers on that side. He'll do the dry cows here, and then he'll do this pen of heifers here. Eduardo worked the night shift, so he'll be going home, and then a friend and Victor are going to start sorting out cows, and they'll do that while also breeding cows here this morning. So they'll first sort off pen 5 to pen 6, and then I think I mentioned that yesterday, pen 4 and 8 are going to pen 5. Some first lactation from pen 8 is going directly to pen 6. And then after lunch, because pen 2 is milked directly after lunch, then they'll sort cows off from pen 2 to pen 4 or pen 8, depending on their first lactation, second lactation, third lactation or greater, and if they're A2 confirmed, because pen 7 and pen 8 there are two A2 pens. So I'll try to get some footage of that too here throughout the day as they're doing that, if it works out. It's a little bit later in the morning here. I'm in our north freestall barn, so this is pen 7 here on the right. This is pen 8. This is the pen where we're moving first and second lactation cows out of into either pen 6 or pen 5. So they've got the self lockers on, so usually we'll work in these barns or these pens here after the feed has been dropped for the morning, because then you get a lot of cows coming up to eat. So these were fed about an hour ago. They already bred on this side by the looks of it. They're breeding on this side plus sorting out heifers now at the moment. So the ones marked yellow, those are the ones that are being moved. So I'll put the self lockers on, check all the cows that are eating, mark them off their list, and then they'll go through and check some of the loose cows that are roaming around the pen or laying down. and they'll bring those up around. So we've got gates that separate the two alleys, so they'll start and bring them around with them. And then once they've got them all sorted out at the end there, which is what they're working on right now, it looks like. They're letting some out already. Then they'll chase all the loose ones past the self lockers, then let each one out that they need in the self lockers. And then we've got all of them out of this pen. So they've got these, what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that were walking loose in the pen. Now they're going to come back and get the ones that are locked up here at the feed bunk. So Fred is in the back, he's chasing all the loose cows out, and then Victor will let the ones out we need, and a friend will bring them to the front again. Once they've got them all sorted out into the alley here, these all have to go to the south barn because that's where pen 5 and 6 are. So they'll bring those across. They'll close the gates off coming back from the parlor, so we're not mixing up with those cows, obviously. Bring them across, put them in the pens they need to go. And we always sort them out after milking. So these pens have been milked already this morning. Now they'll go into either pen 5 or pen 6. If they're going into pen 6, they won't get milked again until this afternoon. If they're going into pen 5, they'll be milked again right before lunch. And then they'll be in those milking schedules essentially from that point on. They'll do the same in pen 4. Pen 4 will be going to the parlor here in about an hour. They're getting feed here right now, actually. Well, in about 30 minutes probably. Just unloaded feed on the other side of this barn here. So that load is being loaded, will be unloaded in about 30 minutes. They'll do the same over there. They'll breed cows on the 2 pens there, and then they'll right away sort out the cows in pen 4 that need to go across to pen 5, which is just across the center alley in that barn. And then after lunch, if I've got time, they sort out cows in the parlor out of pen 2, because that seems to be the easiest way to do it in that pen, because that pen was already milked early this morning before 5 o'clock, and that pen is fed first in the morning. So they typically don't sort out of that pen until after lunch, because they're milked again right away after lunch. It's the afternoon here now. Just about missed the guy sorting out pen 2 here, but this is the last line, and there's one cow out of this line that they need to sort off still. What they do in pen 2 is they'll mark them in the parlor. Victor or a friend would be up here, mark the cows, and then as they go down, one of them will be at the end of the return lane here. And then they'll sort the ones we need off to one side. The ones we don't need go right back into the pen, which is actually straight ahead behind the parlor here. And then from that point, they'll sort all of them off together, and then from that point they'll sort off the ones that have to go to the pens they're going from this point. This is the first line of cows coming from pen 7. Mainly first and some second lactation cows. So this is the cow, she's going to be going to pen 4, and then the one with the yellow on her forehead, it's second lactation, she's going to be going to pen 8. That's actually the last line of pen 2. That was a half line. There weren't any cows in that line that they needed. Come on, girl. There she goes.
So that's how we move cows after drying off cows. It's moving a lot of cows in one day, but this is the only day out of the week that we move cows. It's all done on the same day. Essentially, all the numbers of cows in all the pens are staying pretty similar. It's just that pen 2, the one that they were just sorting out of, that's now has, I think it was about 24 cows less in it, or maybe a few more. I don't remember exactly, but that pen will then continue to build up in numbers again throughout the week until next Friday, and then we'll do it all over again. So if you guys have questions, comments, post them down below. I think we'll end the video here. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.